things have gotten kind of crazy because now everything has to be like Instagrammable and photos and videos and content. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I am engaged. So now it is kind of time to start the wedding planning journey, which I'm super excited about. I've always been someone who is very into weddings and events. So I'm super excited to see what mine will look like. You know me, I am definitely a book kind of person. So I grabbed two little wedding planning books, and I literally went to half price books and got these. I love a reuse, reduce, recycle. So I have this book, which is a more modern book, the Budget Savvy Wedding Planner Organizer. Just because for me, I really wanted something like in hand that I could use to plan. Because social media, my phone, work, school, business, there's just so much stuff that we're doing on our phones. And so even though, of course, I have notes pages on my phone in regards to wedding planning, but I want to have something that when I want to sit down and I don't want to be on the screen, especially like first thing in the morning, like if I'm having a planning session, I will just sit down with this book and literally get in here and just start to see kind of things that I think I might forget. And so when I actually went to the store looking for a book, I really wanted something old, of course. I'm a Saturn baby. I love like old, just kind of the older way that things were done. Like I can be more on the traditional side. And so this is Emily Post. This book actually came out, I think in the early 90s. So this is before I was born. And so I got this book because I did want some kind of traditional aspects of my wedding and some of the things to be very classic, but I think that it also has like some classic things and like things like, okay, traditional formations. So this is something you wouldn't find in a new book, is like the formation of how you can kind of set people up. But because for me, especially working in the birth world, it's kind of when you have a big life event, like getting married is a big life event, having a child is a big life event. You don't know what you don't know. So sometimes if you don't know what the meaning behind some of the actions or things are, then sometimes those things can get lost. And for me, the most important thing for me is that my wedding is very meaningful. And so I really want to showcase and highlight the meaning behind a lot of the actions that we're taking, and just everything very meaning filled. So that's kind of what's important to me. I know everyone's different. That brings me into the second thing about being a bride in 2025. So my friend actually brought this up, in that right now everything is perception. You already hear this kind of as you're planning your wedding, you're getting your wedding dress. They're just like, oh, okay, make sure, these are the pictures you're going to look at forever. I've heard that so many times. These are the pictures, which I'm glad they told me. I'm glad they told me, because I'm not a picture person. I am for the moment. I love being on camera live for the moment, because who has time to pose for a picture? But on your wedding day, you're going to have time to pose for a picture, right? We're going to make time to pose for a lot of pictures that day, because those are going to be the memories. And of course you want to frame those and put those in your house. And so thinking of that kind of has shifted my perspective, in that in my look, I kind of wanted to go more in the way I wanted to feel. But I also really have to focus on how I'm coming across my look. So she highlighted, like, what's your look for the wedding? So as I'm thinking of Renaissance, right, I really want to bring that old world feel. And so funny enough, I already kind of had a feeling since I was pretty young that I wanted to grow my hair. And even, getting my locks, I've been growing them for my wedding, because I would like to have kind of like that waist length, goddess length hair for my wedding. That is what we're planning for. That's the look that I'm going for, like that ultra feminine, super long hair. So I'm actually thinking about doing a hair growth challenge, just sharing with you guys how I've grown my hair. My hair has grown quite a bit with just a couple different things that I do, some things that a lot of people do, that I'll share with you, but then also some things that I do that a lot of people don't do, that I definitely know have contributed to my hair growth. And so I will make another video about growing my hair for the wedding and just growing my hair in general, because that's definitely something that people ask me about all the time. Last thing, final thing about Fiancé 2025, guys. So as I'm planning the wedding, I know y'all saw like the budget savvy bride, and so I am feeling like, you know, it's my wedding, like, oh my God, it's only a one-time event. I love events. It has to be amazing, 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 and it is. But I do have to honor the fact that we are in like an inflation period, and next year I'm anticipating that, you know, things will kind of keep inflating the way they kind of keep doing. And so for that reason, I'm already trying to be conscious of, you know, what is important to spend on as far as the wedding, and how I want to plan based on, you know, what I want to see and what's important to me and what's important to my fiance and what's important to both our families. And so kind of figuring those things out in this kind of inflation climate has been kind of tough. And that's why I'm kind of looking to, first of all, of course, a budget book to kind of like, let's rein in things before things get crazy, because inflation already has things crazy. But then let's get back to basics. This is back to basics. Like, this book is super thin, just to tell me like, hey, back in the day, these people, look, the first thing Emily Post told us was, ask your mother-in-law or your parents how many people can fit in the backyard for the wedding. So for me, y'all, so I'm trying to take a note out of Emily Post's book. If I can find someone's backyard big enough to do the wedding, then, you know, I'm gonna be right on target, according to Ms. Post, about planning your wedding. Oh, you know, things have gotten kind of crazy because now everything has to be like Instagrammable, and photos and videos and content worthy, and production. And even this is kind of something I said to my fiance before the proposal, is like, I just didn't want the proposal to be a production. The wedding can be a production. Like, I'll bring my choir Cindy out the bag. We'll bring theater Cindy out the bag. But my proposal, I didn't want that to be a production. I really wanted that to be very genuine. And the wedding too, I do want it to come off more genuine than being overly a production. But I do want it to definitely be entertaining. So yeah, so that is kind of just Fiancé 2025, like the climate, and just 3 things that I'm doing and considering and just putting in my mind, in my forefront as I start to plan this wedding. But you guys keep on joining me for these videos. This is like free therapy for me. I'm not wedding ready yet, but we're definitely getting wedding ready. Alright guys, so I'll see y'all on my next video about my fiancé-ship, kind of just sharing this wedding journey with you guys so that I also get to look back and watch this video, and maybe my fiancé will watch these videos, and who knows who else will watch these videos. So yeah, but till next time guys.